what's your mind state when you're right there writing or composing? I'm sorry, composing.
Yeah, I mean,
sound.
most of it is muscle memory, so I'm just kind of replaying like the patterns. But like when I start to think about it, like I have to.
Muscle memory. Can you explain that a little bit more for people
Yes.
like me? Well,
Yeah.
just me.
Yeah, so I mean, like with any sort of like instrument, right? Like you sort of got your, you know.
Is it all right? Let me. Can I try to
Yeah,
to
yeah.
guess? Is it where you're playing the keyboard and you're just playing it and you're not even looking at it?
Yeah, I mean it's
Because
flow
you-
state, right?
okay.
For sure. I mean like that's when you're performing it, right? But when you're writing it, I mean like depending
Oh,
on the
yeah.
instrument, I think it's sort of like, you know, guitar players. I think they have their sort of tendencies, and it's sort of like on top of that you have your own personal tendencies. So it's like a lot of what I write is sort of like my muscle memory of what like that is unique to me, you know.
Okay.
So.
And do you go off of muscle memory as well?
Yeah, I mean.
Well, do you guys all have to go off?
I
Of
feel
muscle
it's like if you practice any song enough or any scale or whatever enough, you can just kind of get to the point where you don't really have to look or pay attention to it. Like you can think about your groceries while you're doing it.
So I want to ask then. I see what do you call those concert what do you call those, like the conductors and stuff, and how they do the concerts?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, like at the orchestra.
Yeah,
and shit,
so those orchestra. So those people they have the music with them. Do you think it's just sometimes there in case they mess up, or do you think? Because I would like to think it's all practice, bro. So if the violins is practice, you know what I'm saying? So do they really read? Do you guys think they really?
for
Yeah.
classical
It
music, it's
definitely
both. Most
Yeah.
most conductors like the shit a conductor, like a high class conductor can do musically, like in their head, is like
It's amazing.
fucking crazy. Like
Yeah.
like you know, if you're out there, if you go to the LA Phil and you see Dudamel do some shit with over at Disney Hall, like if he's playing like, you know, a Beethoven symphony or some shit, like he's got the music in front of him, but he knows every single
right.
thing backwards and forwards on that page.
Because
from
I
memory.
look at it like this, because as a rapper, bro, we look at shit like that like that's cheating. That's like if a motherfucker's on stage, yeah, man. So I remember, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's like you guys aren't on stage with your music that you compose, because you know it down to a T. So all right, we're gonna get back into the music, man, because that's what I want people to focus on now. We saw the music video for "I'll Be Fine."
Hell yeah.
After that, we saw Closure.
Yeah.
So before we get to Closure, "I'll Be Fine," man. Like, I'll be fine, bro. Let's get on to that, bro. Let's talk to them about that. So you wrote that.
I wrote that song. Actually wrote it when I was still in high school. Wrote it at a producer we were working with at the time named Danny Saber. Wrote it in his garage, recorded it that day, and got it back. And I was like, I mean, that maybe I was kind of like, I felt like a dickhead for doing this, but I was like, I don't know, like I don't want, like it's good as is. Like I don't want anybody else to be on it. Like I just felt really protected.
Oh, he wanted to add somebody to it, or?
No, but like the other members of the band at the time, I was kind of just
got you.
like it's just like it needs to be one of those things that sounds, because the lyrics are so vulnerable.
It had to sound like a specific way.
It had to sound like, I wanted the sound to sound like it was also vulnerable. Like there wasn't it was like it was bare. Like it was kind of like, you know, like, so basically,
like it's just one person that's spilling his guts to you through everything,
Exactly.
through the lyrics,
It's
through
just
the
raw.
guitar,
The
Yeah,
right
I
way
get
to
it.
make it work.
it's raw. It's just like that's how I wanted it to be. And then so basically, like, yeah, so made it in a day, and I sat on it for a year, and we dropped, and then basically right when the pandemic hit, this was like May 2020.
Yeah.
And shot the music video. The reason why, like, I'm the only one in the music video is because it was like right during the middle of it was right at the beginning of the pandemic, and everyone was at home because everyone was so freaked out. It was like right when it hit.
That was a very scary moment at the
It
beginning.
was like March.
A little bit
2020.
after the beginning, because
Yeah,
you know at
exactly.
first we're still not too sure how.
People, just didn't
Yeah,
care.
but
at
once
first.
like later March came in, we were like, oh yeah,
Oh,
this
shit, this is serious.
like the 20th, the 31st. We're like, oh shit.
That's exactly like that week was when I shot that video. It was like there's nobody outside, but it was crazy. But then, so yeah, so basically, and then we dropped that song. It's, you know, it's about mental health. It's about depression. It's about my, you know, like journey with depression and mental health and anxiety and feeling that way.
I'm glad that, not to cut you off, I'm sorry. I'm glad you're mentioning that it's about that, because I noticed that, and one of my favorite lines that I wrote down, I broke everything I get close to.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, that when you're depressed, bro, you sometimes feel like that, bro. You feel like You know, it's almost like you don't even want to get close to anybody because everyone either gets hurt or hurts me.
Exactly.